Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm trying something a little bit different today, and I'm not sure if it's going to work out or not. I'm trying to set up a specific game capture for the Truckers MP module. I'm going to do a little bit of testing with a device that I found. It's a 3D printable type of device that attaches to your Xbox controllers and PlayStation controllers that helps kind of turn it into somewhat of a steering wheel. Looks like my OBS is not picking it up, so maybe I need to try a display capture instead. I did not set up anything for Halloween stuff, so I apologize for that. Still trying to get things under my belt here. Okay, that's working a lot better. So this is what you folks will be seeing soon. So here we go. That's my Star Citizen ship. Got an Avenger. It's a gorgeous looking ship. I'm looking forward to that game getting completely done. I am in Idaho. That's where the ID and my name comes from. Idaho Mooseman. I am not sure how this will look as far as stream quality. I have a 0.85 megabits per second upload. So Idaho is what it is. It's considered a rural state, and that's basically how things are done. So I don't have a lot of choices for switching, but due to the family situation, my daughter's graduating college here pretty soon, getting her teaching certificate and degree, and she wants to work with the special needs kids, so I'm not making any changes until her stuff is completely done. But, okay, so what we have, basic controller. I've got a Recon, Recon Patrol, I believe is what the model. That. The 3D printable device I found on Thingiverse. I've never heard of this place, this site. You can order it fully assembled, or you can 3D print it yourself. They provide the specifications and templates and whatever else, the modules to do it. Consists of 4 different pieces. Not sure how well these are going to show up. There is this piece that fits on top of the joystick, your left stick. This piece, okay, this is all it is, attaches to the face of the controller, right? Sits right up on top. This portion here, you need a bearing, okay? And it's a 22 millimeter bearing, 7 millimeters high, and with an 8 millimeter bore in the hole. This is the steering wheel. Okay, the bearing slips on the back right onto a post. You just put them together, and that's where they stay. Like I say, the bearing on this will fit right in this pocket here. I've put it together already. It's a little bit loose. I could like to see it a little bit snugger. And then this piece is basically, I guess, the drawbar. This is going to move back and forth. This piece right here will attach to the item that's on your left stick, and it'll move it back and forth. So we'll get it all together here. And this piece slips right on top of this bar here. So when you get those together, looks like that, and as you can see, it just slides freely. Okay. Steering wheel and the bearing fit into the pocket, so it's literally just slide them together. And now, when you turn the wheel, you can see the bars moving. And that'll move your joystick, the left stick, into the direction it needs to go. Now, I've done this a few times. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which way this piece goes on, because obviously there's like a front and a back from when it's printed. This side here is from the 3D printed side, so I guess this is the rough edge. So I'm using that as the back. So when I put it onto my controller, it's going to go this way, with the smooth side basically facing out to the front. And it literally, can't even, my hands are so in the way here, it slips right on top of the controller, or right on top of the stick. Actually, I just noticed, as I've only put this on a couple of times, I don't know if you can even see it. It's very slight. Can you see the slight curvature of this piece? Probably not. So there is a front and a back, so that it matches the curvature of the stick itself. So you slide that on, try to get it as straight as possible. Okay, so then it looks like that. I don't know, can you even see that? So, through the test fittings, the easiest way to put this whole unit on, and I did it all as a complete unit here, is to slip the bar end, hold it vertical, it's perpendicular, slide it in, and just rotate it down. And everything should just snap right into place. Okay, and then you make your final adjustments. Because the steering wheel was, you can see it kind of offset a little bit. So just take it back out. Have everything lined up. So you've got it like that. So everything is straight, there's no extra pressure. Left stick is centered. And then just take the steering wheel, slide it in as straight as you can, mesh the gears, the teeth. And there you have it. So now when you're operating it, got your fingers or your thumbs in here, you're working it like a steering wheel. And if you watch the screen, you'll see the mouse pointer is actually turning. It's going in those directions. So, not a bad little deal. I have some disabilities, got some nerve damage, have some strength issues with my hands, swelling, lack of feeling, things like that. I do tend to drop things. So, when fingers and hands muscles go into spasms, driving games get kind of interesting, shall we say, especially if I'm with other people driving. And in trucking games and other driving games, you have a convoy, it can get kind of fun. So this, I'm hoping, will help alleviate some of those problems. Now you can kind of see, like I'm talking about, how the bearing, I don't know, can you? Kind of moves around a little bit. I'm not sure what I can get in there to maybe snug it up a little bit. It doesn't look like there's enough room to have a 23mm bearing, but that might be an option as well. I would rather have the bearing outer rim too snug as opposed to too loose, because I'd like to have the wheel a bit stabler than that. So we'll see how this works. Now, it does interfere a little bit with, I guess, the D-pad and the camera control for the right stick. So there is that to look at and consider. But what I'm going to do, the other thing is, you have to be a little bit careful bringing the stick down to have your vertical adjustments or vertical movement of the cursor. So you might want to use your mouse for that. This is by no means a replacement for a steering wheel. but for what it's looking like right now, it's a decent alternative for folks like me that have some disabilities and have issues and can't afford to buy a steering wheel. So not great, not perfect, but very nice. It is an option. So to continue on with the game, I am, like I say, I'm doing this kind of as a test for this device, but while I'm here, Euro Truck Simulator has some events going on right now. Let's see. I don't know what missing mod is detected here because I'm not running any mods on this game. So I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, the parking thing. Okay. Yeah, that's something I use when I'm playing in Steam. So we're going to go without that. The Truckers MP, it doesn't like having a lot of mods. So actually, most of the mods you can't use. It's not compatible with it. And there is an issue between the Steam American Truck Simulator and, oh, I've got some new, okay, these are the items that I received for completing the personal goal in the Germany event that's currently going on. So, but like I say, there is an event going on for Germany, and some of the things I'm doing, I've already completed the personal goal, so I don't need to do that. This is just going towards community goals, and there are a few achievements I'm hoping to try and complete today, so we'll see if we can get to those. Excuse me. So I'll probably need some of your help too. What I want to try and do is utilize a boat. That's one of them. Complete a delivery that's greater than 2,000 kilometers. Now I'm thinking if I select the job to do that, I may be able to finish up the other goals too along the way, which is use auto parking. So I might be able to do that when I get there, when I make the delivery. Use quick travel back to my headquarters. I can also do that after I've made the delivery, and use a rest stop. On a 2,000 kilometer or greater journey, I'm assuming a rest stop will be available somewhere along the lines. So that's what I'm hoping to do. There's not a lot specific stuff I'm attempting. This is really just testing out how this is going to work. So rather than trying to use it with thumbs and all that like you normally would with this, I will get spasms in the hands and fingers and thumbs and stuff, and when those things start going, there's no controlling it. So hopefully just doing this, you can see how moving it around, it's the more you move it. All right, sorry, I got it too low. All right, so hard part will be just getting it set, moving it around. So trying to figure out the right strength to use and enough force. So enough gabbing. Do I have more skills? I thought I did all that. Let's see. So I'm going to use my mouse to check things out too. Oh, I do. I haven't been adding my skill points. Okay, well, that's fine. I can do that offline. That's not something I need to do now, because I can figure out how I want to do that. I usually don't play Euro Truck Simulator 2 very much. I play a lot of the American Truck Simulator, but like I said, there's issues between Truckers MP and the Steam game, so you got some unsupported versions looking at it. So Steam did an update, but Truckers MP hasn't been able to catch up yet, so they're trying. Hey Rogue, how you doing? Glad you could drop by. I know, actually, before we get into this, I need to bring up my, where is it, stream elements. Here we go. So that went away quick. Where'd it go? No. Oh, here we go. So, oh, see, I didn't even hear that. hear the alert. Was it Jerry Conimbo? Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Black and Patty, if you're here, that was done like 13 days ago. Girly Hugs was 25 days ago. Raphael RV was a month ago, and so was Bexy's PC. So some of these I missed during one of my streams of it, evidently. And Photo Ray, Chris's Gray, or I'm sorry, not Chris's, but Chip's Gray. I'm not wearing my glasses, guys. Sorry. So a lot of that happened within the last month. I know it's been a while since I've done any streaming. There's been a lot of folks following. I apologize for not catching it during the stream. The way things are set up right now, I don't know why I'm not hearing the alerts. I've been switching over from Streamlabs to Stream Elements. So it's kind of a new setting for me and trying to get used to the new stuff as well. But I think that catches me up on everyone. The only other thing I would need to check, let's see, I do have a list. So let's see if I got everybody. I don't think I did. Oh, yeah, see, all this month, JTFSC followed me, Chips Gray, Photo Ray, Raphael RV, Girly Hugs, and Black and Patty have all followed recently. Thank you very much for that. I'm sorry I did not catch it during the streams. And some of these follows happened on days when I was not even streaming, so I appreciate that very much. That's fantastic. So that hopefully takes care of that, and maybe I will hear the Stream Elements alerts. So, oh, by the way, since I'm here, this is Bear. He's my dog, German Shepherd Chocolate Lab. Technical term is Shepherdor. My wife calls him her German chocolate. So he's 6 years old now. Hey, Raphael, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I hope you heard the thank you for the follow that you did the last time. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I missed it the last time. Jericho? Yeah, no problem. I appreciate the lurks. That's great. So, but there's my dog. And you'll see him quite often. I also use... Oops. Well, I'm not going to bore you guys with that. So let me get back to where's display. We'll switch back, get the game back up. Okay, so that's the game plan. Just going to drive around a little bit. I'll see if I can find a job that has over 2,000 kilometers to go. Hey, Skyfrost. No trucker hat. Yeah, oh, you know what? The closest thing I have to my trucker hat is my Ford Powerstroke hat. Would that work for you? Should I go get that? Might make it hard to wear the headphones, but I can give it a try. In fact, yeah, I will. Let's do that, shall we? I'll be right back. Here we go. Let's try that. Does that qualify as a trucker's hat? Hey, Big Daddy. Good to see you too, sir. Thank you for dropping in. All right, Skyfrost. Here we go. Let's try and get in the mood. Even though this is European, we'll still go with the Ford Powerstroke diesel, right? Let's see. Trying to get that. That should work. That should work. All right. So we have a community event going on. So that's in the, not the world map, but we go to the job market, and it's an external contract. These will all count. Like I said, I've already completed my personal goal. So everything I do... How did I get into Italy? I have not been to Italy. This is weird. Okay, I don't understand what's going on. But it is what it is, so we'll do it. That's cool. Okay, so I've got everything set for my route length, and I'm using my mouse right now. Yes, Skyfrost, I do play American Truck Simulator. There are some issues between Truckers MP, which is this. That's the launcher that I'm using for this game, and the Steam version. Steam had a recent update. The Truckers MP has not caught up to the version, so I'm getting an unsupported version mismatch error. I got the base game. I have New Mexico and Oregon. So I believe that's all that is currently available for it. So we've been doing that. And in fact, the Truckers MP just recently did what they called a Halloween haul. They went from a gas station that was north of Medford in Oregon to Ontario. Yeah, so Ontario, Oregon. They just made a nice big route loop around and going across the state. Yeah, with the new stuff that they're added, you're going to be AFK making dinner. Sounds good, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Enjoy your meal. And I put my hat on and you're leaving? All right. Okay, cool. I appreciate you leaving me on in the background. That helps. Okay, so we have used packaging with this trailer, and everything you see over here is basically what you'd be hauling. You saw my truck at the beginning there. So I'm in Italy, so this is where it's going to start. It is currently, that's 1,446 kilometers. And since I have this set by route length, that is the longest load that's available at the moment. So since we can't do over 2,000, let's see if we can find something that's shorter. We'll go to the last page here, and that will give me a little bit of a test. So let's try that. We're going to be taking milk from Verona to Torino, Italy. Let's see how this does. Begin delivery, and away we go. So, yeah, that's part of the thing here. I'm going to need to have something, because you have to press the right joystick down to start the engine, or you can press the E key. But, oh, we got the horns going already. Okay. So, we'll check things out. Okay. So that's good. Back to the main view. Turn on the lights. I can use that with the D-pad, and you can do this with the keyboard and mouse. You can do it with the controller. So like I say, this device does kind of get in the way, so you're going to be doing some things. And your thumb does fit underneath, so you can operate the D-pad. You can lift so maybe having it loose is a good idea. Maybe that's what they did on purpose. So we'll see how that goes. So that allows me to access the camera. I just can't move it back to the left because it hits the bearing. So we're going to be doing this with doing it with the keyboard and mouse and the controller and the device. So this is going to be interesting. So we're all set. I'm going to probably need to fuel up. Well, I probably won't need to fuel up. So Okay, it's a little sticky, but it's interesting. We're in a non-collision zone, so, but I'm still going to give him some room. Try and go around him. So it's going to be a little bit different. So we have 58 kilometers to go to get the load. It's a little strange because you get used to using the sticks and you've got that muscle memory, so now we've got to change the muscle memory. So I will probably not be doing a lot of talking at some points because I have to concentrate on what's going on here too. Now I know in Germany right turn on red lights is not a good thing. We'll give tickets for that if they see it. So have to remember we're in Europe, not in America, so we do things the European way. I spent 5 years in Germany with the Air Force. I was stationed at Zweibrücken Air Base, so that's where I had my experience driving on European roads and the Autobahn. So I will probably not be making right turns on red lights, just because. But by all means, feel free to ask questions if you have something you're not sure of or you don't understand about the games. Because I don't know everything, but I know a little bit. And I'm trying to get used to this little device thing, and it's different. It doesn't seem to respond, so I'm going to be driving much slower than I normally would. And when possible, I'm going to use as much as the road that is available. Now, I'll let everybody know right now. I do have with my internet, I do sometimes lose connection to chat. So sometimes I'll see the welcome to chat message pop up. Oh, I don't have the CB on. Okay, there's been some major changes, so we should not be hearing other drivers. That's one of the other features that the game has. You can actually talk on like the CB radio while you're driving, as if you were driving a regular big rig, just on either in the American roads or the European roads, and just doing the communications and trucker talk like everyone else does. Okay, and if you look on my GPS screen, the navigation screen, which is that map in the lower left or the lower right corner. Oh, I should probably move that logo too, shouldn't I? Okay, I'll try and do that. But the symbol in the lower left corner of that screen, where it's got the red circle, the white background, and 80, that is the speed limit. Speed limit is 80 kilometers. You can see the top left, the white, I'm doing roughly 40 kilometers per hour right now. So I'll turn the high beams on here shortly. Okay, the arrow's telling me that lane is going to end, so I need to move over. So much for using 2 lanes for buffers. Now we've got just the one. Oh, okay. It seems I make a turn and it's just a little slow to respond. So yeah, I will definitely keep my speed down. I've got 30 kilometers to go. 32 minutes, 31 minutes now before we get to the load. There's high beam. Let's do 45. That's a good spot. Let's set the cruise control. So I just concentrate on the steering. See how that works. Hopefully we don't have any other drivers. And if you wind up driving on the wrong side of the road for too long, you can get a ticket. That's whether it's camera activated or just automatic. But you don't always see the police vehicles, just like in real life. So you can be issued a ticket for infractions at just about any point. But once we get to the load pickup location, I'll go in and check my options again and make sure we have things turned off that we don't need. Oh, that was a little scary. A little bit lag. So I don't know if tolerances on the individual components is something between or from the 3D printer itself. I do not have a 3D printer. I have access to a gal that does have one. She and her fiance. Oh, this is where I gotta turn. So, turn. Okay, whoop, too much. Yeah, that's different. Okay. See, that's what I mean about interesting. So this is where we're gonna make the pickup. Can you see the? Yeah, you can see the green flag. Okay. So if I forget to do something here, remind me. I need to move the logo, and I need to check my settings. So there's our load. You can see the white outline and the little arrow dancing up and down like that. That's our trailer. So let's go this way. Up and still a little bit further away. So we can get closer. Turn. See if we get lined up. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Shift into reverse. Just check your mirrors and line it up. That should be pretty close. Nice thing about this game is it doesn't have to be perfect most of the time. I mean, close will work. And you'll see the trailer shift over sometimes too. So there we've got it. Press Y. Not bad, it didn't shift too much. So, from there. Okay, let's do... let's check our options. Make sure we get things done. Controls, buttons, maybe gameplay. Oh, it might have been in audio. Okay, so there was a radio, like voice chat or something. I've never had that turned on, so I don't know why it was turned on this time. But these are all the settings you can change. I won't try and read them off. We'd be here all day, it would seem like. So not there. Let's try audio. I have the games, sound effects, music. Is the game, while I'm here, is the game volume okay? Can you guys hear it all right? You know what? I should probably test if chat is still connected. So that's what I'm doing now. Oh, looks like it is. So. Oh, and it's buffering? What the heck? I don't know if my wife is watching Netflix or something. That is strange. I'll try pausing it, see if that'll bring it back up. Okay, so that's trying to catch up. It looks a little fuzzy. Is it still fuzzy? I imagine it would be, this way things work with this internet. Okay, so that's there. It's not a graphics. Gameplay. Maybe buttons? Break. Nope. Nope. Okay, so it's not here. Here, other. Trailer, menu, quick save, quick load, audio player. We're not going to do that. Okay, so not there. So I don't know how that other trucker was in here. It shouldn't be in graphics. It's not a graphics setting for sure. Still seems like it would be audio, but no. Gameplay. Okay. I do not have the fatigue simulation turned on. Oh, the traffic offense is turned off. So actually that'll be good for this testing period. We'll do that. This way, if I need to use all lanes, I can do that and I won't get a ticket. So I should be able to go through red lights and stop signs and make a right turn on a red light and all that stuff without getting a fine. So we keep the speed warnings. We like those, even though we're not going to get a ticket for anything. So this will be a good test. Keep the time zones. Okay, well, I am not seeing anything for that, so maybe that was just a fluke thing. So I guess we'll find out. The controls is for the controller. There shouldn't be anything here for CB radio or that kind of talk. So that's all there is to it. So for that, so let's go over here. We need to we'll move the logo over there. And see how that looks. Is that better? There we go. Now you guys should be able to see. There we go. So now you can see the GPS navigation screen down in the lower right. So we've got our load. Shift into forward gears, take off the parking brake, and let's give this a try. We have 369 kilometers to go. Now I know they did the darkness stuff for the Halloween events and drives that they did in the convoys. I don't think they did it for everything, but it is currently, if you look on the top right of the navigation screen, it shows Saturday at 18:56, so it's 57 now, so it's almost 7 p.m. So now it's telling me I've left the city and I've left the non-collision zone. So it is now possible to run into other people and objects and cause damage to the truck, to the trailer, to the roads, anything else you hit, including other drivers, other vehicles. So, like I say, I'm going to be going very slow. Probably should have just done a free drive on this, but at least this way I can earn a little bit, and the little bit that I'm doing here will also count and help out towards the community goal event, or the community event goal. They're trying to get 15 tons delivered total between all the people playing. Oh, this will be fun. Okay, pay the toll. Away we go. Yeah, that's... There's quite a bit of movement before I feel anything on the left stick. Maybe I need to turn that thing upside down. Maybe that'll help out. So we'll see. But we'll do this load, see how things turn out, and I will probably stop streaming after this. Like I say, today was just a quick test of this kind of device. I want to see how it feels, get an idea. Of course, if I find another short drive too, I'll take it apart, and maybe turn that one piece upside down, see if that gives me any better control, because I'm moving it quite a bit before any steering input is actually made, so that can cause problems, especially at higher speeds. And the other nice thing about the Truckers MP is the AI traffic is much less than it would be like if I were just, driving it using Steam instead, playing single player. So you folks will probably get bored with this as slow as I'm going, but like I say, this is testing out the device, and I mean, for the most part, it's not too bad. It definitely wiggles around a lot. It doesn't feel firm. And like I say, let's see if I can do this. Okay. To make a steering input, you can see how much I'm moving on the device itself, but then notice how much there's a bit of a lag between that and the steering wheel. And the dead zone setting that I have on the sticks is the same that I would use for without this device, and it works fine. So like I say, you can see a little bit of separation in the gear teeth on the device itself, so it's not, there aren't tight tolerances on it. But then again, for a 3D printed device that is made available to you free, can't really complain. There's, you can offer suggestions, things like that. There are going to be other traffic and other vehicles on the road, and just about everything we see will be a driver. That's an actual other person driving around. And you can see the blue dot on the navigation screen. If that person were listed in my friends list, then the blue dot would be a green dot. So here we're going to exit. So slow down just even a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to take that, and we're going to need to go to the left here. Head towards Milano. Hey, Mikios. How you doing, sir? Glad you could make it. We are in Italy right now, taking some milk on a nice little trip. And I'm testing out this new controller device that's 3D printable. I don't know if you can see that. Move back over. So I am driving extremely slow. There is a bit of lag between me moving the steering wheel on the device and the steering wheel in the game actually moving. So let's see if we can pick up speed a little bit. Having it full throttle. Oh, that looks like a rest stop. Let's jump in here. This would be us. So, stop there. Turn off the high beams. Turn off the lights. Whoop, quit rolling. Set the brake, put it neutral, shut off the engine. Okay, press A to rest. Okay, made a loan installment payment. You can see that down there on the right as well. So I don't know if that's going to be enough for the achievement or not. First gear, turn on the lights, just put the high beams on. I'm rolling backward again, so that has a bit of a hill on it that I don't really see. So we'll see if that counts. Oh, cool. Well, I appreciate you dropping in, Mikios. Rest well, my friend. And since we're here, might as well top off. Because when you're on the road, no such thing as too much fuel on board. This thing sure rolls quite a bit. Now, another nice feature about these games, there is actually radio stations you can play. So it's internet radio, lots of different channels. I'm not running those right now because, like I say, I need to focus completely on everything I'm doing with this device too. But I will do that just driving around. You can listen to the radio, you can talk on the CB, you get some friends together. Oh, what? Come on, that wasn't good. Full throttle, get back on the road, head on down. So now it is Saturday at almost 8 p.m. So we are dropping down to 2 lanes, so we need to move over. Okay. work. 60. Alright, let's try that. See how it does. Set the cruise control, so I just concentrate on steering. So I'm kind of getting a feel. Whoa! Well, so much for that. I was going to say I'm kind of getting a feel for it, but not so much. It's still a bit unique, we'll say. But it's really nice being able to just kind of do this kind of driving without a lot of other traffic getting in the way. That's the nice thing about the Truckers MP. So, regardless of which game you're using or playing, jump on whatever server has, like the fewest amount of people on it. Some servers will limit your maximum speed. Others will have like no cars, so it would all just be trucks that would be out there. But it's just a different feeling. I drove refueling vehicles on the flight line when I was in the military, in the Air Force, so driving trucks is kind of fun for me. I had several certifications while I was in Germany. When I got out, I hadn't planned on doing any truck driving or anything like that as a living, so I never followed through with that. But a lot of people who drive those kind of vehicles did that kind of work that I did. When they get out, they can take their military driving license and any other records they have with them down to their Department of Motor Vehicles and pretty much qualify for their commercial driver's license, the CDL, so that they can drive vehicles like this. And looks like I dropped chat again. So, let's see. It's kind of straight for a bit. Try and refresh it. Connect chat again, so I don't know if I've missed any messages or not. So if we basically get to stay on the Autobahn for a while, well, Germany it's called Autobahn. I don't know what the Italians call it. I assume it's still Autobahn, but it could be something different. I know it's called a motorway in British Columbia, not British Columbia, United Kingdom. So we got some exits coming up. Luckily, we're not taking them. So now, hopefully, my chat is reconnected after the refresh. Okay. Some kind of alternate station, I think, is what that means. Not sure. And that's the other thing about the Euro Truck Simulator, whether it's the first one or the second one. Yep, sorry, dude. Oh, no, wrong one. There we go. At least that one is working. Yeah, you notice that down there on the red, it says turn on your headlights. It will kick you from the server. That's going to be like a safety issue, so you don't want to be messing with that stuff. So I did that in American Truck Simulator the other day. Well, actually it was several days ago. And coming up to a way station, I turned my lights off because that's what you would normally do, so you're not blinding the personnel inside. And I got kicked from the server because I was driving without my lights on. So now I do not turn off my lights. I don't dim them. I leave them exactly where they are. It seems to be happy. So, little things you learn as you go. So let's get back up to speed. Cranking along at full throttle again. Fairly straight road, so we'll see. Did I get 68, 69 kilometers per hour? So, as far as, I guess, positioning, yeah, your thumbs are a little bit closer and they're a little bit higher. That's just to be on the wheel, so that's kind of expected. It's really not too bad. I could see making some adjustments to make it a little more comfortable, or but there's compromises for everything. So all in all, I do like it. It's going to take a little bit longer to get used to it. I could also see possibly adding another one of the like the thumb rings. These portions here, put it down here at the base, because when you're driving a truck and backing up with a trailer on, if you hold your hand at the bottom of the steering wheel, basically the 6 o'clock position, when you're backing up, you're trying to move your trailer a certain direction, you move your hand in the direction that you want the trailer to go. Which is, if you had your hand at the top of the steering wheel or on the sides, like you're trained, then you would have to be opposite. It's kind of weird. So if you're ever towing a trailer and you're not sure what I'm talking about, give it a try. Put your hand at the bottom of the wheel, and if you need to move the back end of your trailer to the left with your hand at the bottom of the steering wheel in the 6 o'clock position, move the hand to the left. Just turn the wheel that way. You'll see what happens. Okay, we're going to have to exit here. So turn off the cruise control. Whoa, what? Hopefully when everything gets patched, we can all get together and drive. Oh, that would be great, Skyfrost. Sure. We try to do convoys with folks all the time, so I'm going to slow down even more here. Oh yeah, 40. Going a little too fast. So not too bad. Yeah, that would be great to do a convoy. There's, I know several folks that play these kind of games. American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2. So we could get probably 3, 4, 5, maybe more. Just run it as a convoy and do that. That would be fun. Okay, we need to change lanes. Yeah, and like I say, guys, I'm sure this is kind of boring for everybody. I'm driving really slow, and okay, so we're gonna go around straight through. Whoa, turn. And this is why I'm driving much slower. I'm not getting the immediate input that I expect, so it's just giving myself a little more reaction time. So, Skyfrost, did you get the Oregon DLC recently too? I imagine you have everything. Well, everything's what, Oregon and New Mexico right now? Base game has what, California, Nevada, Arizona. Am I missing anything? I think that's it. And then, yeah, they added New Mexico. That was a while ago. And Oregon was the recent one. Still a bit weird trying to figure out how to keep my thumbs on this, be in the right spot. It's really slowing down much faster than I expected. But it does give fairly decent control once you've initiated the turn and you're holding it still. It's actually quite smooth. Oh, too fast. I'm on a downhill, it looks like, so we'll just let it coast for a bit. No passing zone. Yeah, for those that don't know, even though the white line is solid down the middle of the road, that indicates a no passing zone. But if you notice the sign on the side of the road, it had two vehicles next to each other. One was red, one was black. The red vehicle on the left means no passing. And when the no passing zone ends, you'll see a sign similar to that, but it'll have the red slash through it. So that was one of the strange things that I had to do when we had to take the driver's test when we got to Europe as well in order to get our military driver's licenses. And that military driver's license allowed us to drive in country. I mean, not just on the base, but anywhere we wanted to go. So another no passing zone. Then when we, the other thing you could do was go down to the city hall in your local town and apply for an international driver's license. You show them your military driver's license, and you didn't have to do anything else because that tells them you already took all the tests and passed. And they know that with the military, yeah, you're going to pass, because otherwise you're not driving. If you can't drive in my career field, couldn't do your job, you weren't going to be there very long. Oh, they find places for you like at bulk storage or something like that, but even there you still had to drive vehicles. So not having a military driver's license was pretty much a career ender at some point for some people. It does happen, but it does not happen often. Now, I've already tried in other games. See, you don't get the echo when you're driving through a tunnel, so that's no fun. They need to put that in. Okay, slow down. Gotta make a left turn. Slowing way, way down. There we go. Let's get below 20. Just a little. There, that's better. I don't see any blue dots coming, so that tells me I'm pretty much okay, mostly. So get across. Crank the wheel. Oh, and even that didn't go very far. Let's see, what do we got? You want a VR headset? Oh, that would be great. Well, that would be amazing. You've never driven in Europe? Okay, we don't need fuel, we don't need to rest, so we'll just continue on from here. In America, I am in America, yes. Me personally, I'm in Idaho. But this game is it's Euro Truck Simulator. We're actually in Europe. I'm currently driving in Italy. You got a bunch of Steam mods on ATS. Yeah, the only one I was really using was the extra XP for the parking mod. So, but I was able to kind of level up to some of the higher levels, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep using that or not. Those kind of mods cannot be used in Truckers MP. You have to turn all that stuff off, or you're better off you probably to make a second profile that has no mods on it and use that for Truckers MP, and then when you're just playing single player in Steam, you can have your mods and use that profile. Oh, okay. Good old USA. Yeah. Yep, that's understandable. Yeah, I'm one of the few. I felt privileged being able to drive in the different countries. The international license that I was talking about, that license is good in every country except the one that it's issued in. So, like with my military driver's license, I could drive just about anywhere I wanted to go. I did not need to have an international driver's license, but for border crossings and things like that, where they would, stamp your passport or something, I would have them stamp my international driver's license. It's one of those kind of things too. Just an additional form of identification, and it's kind of a roadmap of where you've been. So we're going to be exiting here, heading north to Torino. Okay. What is that? You've been to Europe and driven there as military. Oh yeah, that was something I did there. So it was fun. I had a blast. I went to a lot of countries and did as much traveling as I could, as often as I could, and sometimes weekend duty would get in the way and you didn't get to do much, but the times that I did not have weekend duty, I made sure my little BMW was filled up and ready to go. So it was literally get up the next morning, jump in the car, and head out. Have my gas coupons in the glove box, refuel as often as necessary to get where I'm going, and just drove it wherever I could. I had a BMW while I was there. I had a Citroen CX-2200 while I was there. The BMW was a 320, had a 4-cylinder carbureted engine. So not the 320i, which was fuel injected and 6-cylinder. But it was fun. I mean, you get out and do things as much as you can. And there were times where I had duty every day for 3-4 months at a time. So, and then of course there's always the tactical exercises that are going on. So when you had free time and time off, you enjoyed it. You did what you could to get out. Okay, I'm gonna change lanes back again. Let's see. Oh, sorry, getting behind on chat. I just don't want to look with the turns. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Still a little bit quicker than I like for a 70-kilometer zone. So we've discovered Torino. We're nearing the end. We've got 2 kilometers to go before we reach our delivery. You can see the red flag in the navigation screen. That is where we are going. That is our destination. Okay, now with the traffic offense box not checked, I could probably have gone through that red light and not gotten a ticket, but that's okay. We don't need to test that stuff. So I'll get to the destination here and try and catch up on chat. You can see the X's on the side there to the right of me. That means that area is not open or available. So it could be something that they're still working on, or they may decide to not. Oh, sorry, dude. That's what I need to do, is change the horn to the air horn. We don't want to have a car horn on this thing. Okay, this is where we're going. Slow down. And crank it over. Okay, so since we're here, one of the things I wanted to do was use the automatic parking. So let's do that. This should be the automatic. Oh, does it? We could do that. And this is the experience you would earn for each difficulty. This is like the hard parking. This would be considered easy parking. And this is, I'm not going to worry about it, do it yourself. So this should complete. See, what did I want to do? We didn't do the delivery over 2,000 kilometers. We're not utilizing a boat. We used a rest stop, so I should get an achievement for that, hopefully. We'll use the auto parking. So let's try that. So that's done. And this is like the report card now. Okay, let's see what we got. So we got that. Corrupt military, we did that. Yes, mods and MP don't mix well. Yeah, it can corrupt the save file, definitely. Yeah, it happens a lot. So a lot of times they've got it set now where when you come up with, when you launch Truckers MP, if it detects mods, it'll pop up a screen and say, hey, you've got these mods, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to do that. Since you have experience in both places, I want your non-biased opinion. Who are the worst drivers, American or Europeans? And who road rages the most? Americans, to all of that. In Europe, getting a driver's license is not like getting a driver's license here in America. You know, you walk in, you pay a fee, you take a test, and hopefully you do well enough and you pass it. In Europe, everyone who wants a driver's license goes through, I want to say at least 100 hours of training, because you need X amount of time driving on the road during the day, during night, during snow or inclement weather. Then there is a test, and there's like 100-question test on that aspect. Once you've done the physical, the driving and everything like that. Then there is a 100-question test on traffic signs that you have to pass. And at any point, if you fail any one of those components, you have to start over. The big thing is, it costs a lot to do that. And every time you fail one aspect and have to redo it, you pay again. It's not a free repeat. It's you pay, you do the training, you get the testing, you make sure you pass. If you don't, and you got to start it all over again, you got to pay the fees all over again, and you go on from there. Hey, Digital Valor, how are you? Thanks for being here, sir. So, there's stream Alice. Oh, that's new. That must be something automatic. I don't remember doing that. Oh, I'm making you want to play so bad? Yeah. So this is MP. This is Truckers MP. Actually, let's do this. I'll go ahead and... Okay, this is my report card. Job is completed. I did excellent. We delivered milk from Verona to Torino. Drove 424 kilometers. Took 47 minutes. Consumed 131.2 liters, and I've completed 26 World of Trucks contracts so far, since doing the playing and everything like that, basically from the beginning. This tells you your rewards, what you got, what you earned. I earned a total of 10,128 euros for that trip and gained 530 XP. That's what this shows right here, the green. Yellow was what I was at before I started the delivery. The green is where I'm at now. So that gives you the total experience here. I have 41,455 points out of 43,100 points needed to reach level 20. I'm currently at level 19. So we continue from here. Hey Hikari, how are you? But yeah, all kids under a certain age, not sure if it's 18 or 21, have to take mandatory classes in Washington. Not adults. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of, the driver training, driver education stuff. I think that's still part of it. But in Europe, it's everybody. If you want to drive, you go through this. It doesn't matter. There's not an age restriction. If you're eligible and can afford to do the driving when you're legally able to, and since the drinking age is 21 in Europe, or is 16, So if you wanted to try and get a license at 16, you would have to go through all that training, pay the fees, and do all that, and pass all the tests. It doesn't matter. There's no age restriction for the training. It's if you want to get behind the wheel of a car and drive on a European road, you will go through that training. It's just how they do it. So, since Skyfrast asked if this is multiplayer or solo, I'm going to show you what all is involved. So we finished that load. Let's see, is there a way to check on achievements? Oh, here you can see the event that's currently going, the Trade Connections for Germany. I've already completed that. So this is where you would get additional information on current events, special events, things like that are going on. So you would click there, and this would bring up and show you what all is being done. So that's the whole deal right there. I've completed it. I did a total of 10 deliveries to and from Germany from 10 different companies, all 300 kilometers or further. Nothing less than 300 kilometers. The community event is going on at the same time. They are trying to get the entire community to deliver 15 million tons of cargo to Germany from any other country back and forth, so to and from. For that aspect, there's no distance limit. So that little trip that I did there counts towards the 15 million tons. So whatever the total weight of that milk tanker was, that's going to be added to the current total to try and reach 15 tons. And then these are the rewards that you would earn. For my personal goal, which I've already completed, that's where some of you saw the Brandenburg Gate that was up there, and the 3 random country pennants. I've already earned those. And once the community goal is accomplished, everyone will get the main menu background under the bridge, the statue of a golden stag, and a cute shepherd bobblehead. Everybody is trying to get that. It's the German shepherd, the bobblehead doll. So we're all trying to get that. And it tells you the requirements. In order to qualify for the community reward, you must complete at least your personal contribution. So folks that do not complete the 10 deliveries to and from Germany from the 10 different countries, they're not eligible for this until they do. So that's what that is. And if there's no event going on, then this information up here will not be there. But so I'm going to quit. So to show you what it is, it's Truckers MP. It's this little symbol down here. I've already got it downloaded. You have to go to the World of Trucks website, download the launcher, and link up your Steam accounts and do some things. It's not difficult, but it needs to be done. So when you launch it, you see this. It tells you the installed version, the current updater version, which version of ATS is supported, because you can launch ATS, American Truck Simulator, right from here by clicking that button. It shows you which Euro Truck Simulator 2 version is supported, and you launch it by clicking that button there. And then the current patch version is something, I guess, specific for the World of Trucks folks and the Truckers MP folks. Now, another nice thing about this, if there are any updates that need to be done, you will see that show up over in this area of the launcher window. These buttons will be grayed out or blank or just not available. So you would have to install your updates first because they want everything to match. If you do not keep the game updated, then you probably won't be able to match up, and there'll be some synchronization issues and possible file corruptions and all that kind of stuff. So with that, you would launch it from here. Now, like I said, there is some issues between the American Truck Simulator version and the Truck Simulator version. Steam updated American Truck Simulator here a few days ago, and I haven't been able to play it, which is a bummer for me because we've got the Oregon map out there. I have Halloween paint jobs I wanted to use. So I guess there's always next year. But this is how you would launch it. And from here, you would launch it. We're launching Euro Truck Simulator 2. And this is what you should see. So, of course, you log in. Everybody has access to my email already. This is where you would select your server. The Europe one is the one I was using. It has 212 players on it and can accommodate 2,300 at one time. Europe 2, okay, this is, and Europe 1, you can see collisions are enabled and the speed limiter is enabled. So in Europe 2, collisions are enabled and cars are allowed. This one is really popular. There's 2,302 players out of 4,200 available slots. So this one, Europe 3, no cars. Collisions are still there, but it's just trucks, just the drivers. There's 525 players on that out of a maximum of 2,300. And then there's others. Okay, there's South America. We have a separate server for them. And Europe is a free roam. So I haven't done that one. Cars are allowed. I think they've got it set to where it's just you get out there and you just drive. You don't do loads. You don't earn points or, you don't earn money or whatever. So that's something I haven't looked at, but I may try that one of these days just to check it out and see. But there's currently 62 people doing that out of 2,500 slots available. Most people, as you can see, will spend their time in Europe 1 or Europe 2. I like Europe 1 having the speed limiter because that way I don't get folks like me driving at 60 kilometers per hour in a 90 kilometer per hour zone, and then you get others who are zipping along that don't care, that are cranking it up to 150 kilometers or 200 kilometers per hour. So, and you get those folks out there. I mean, they get to the point where they have the steering wheel and the pedal assemblies and the shifters, and they're doing it. This game is more than a game to them. Some of them are truckers, so they do their thing out on the road during the day and they come home and they do this at night. So very experienced, very skilled players. And then from here, like I say, Europe 1, you would join the server, and then you'll see your profile. This is where you would set everything up. If you have your mods, this is where you check your mod manager. I do not have any installed. Okay, see, that one is still there. So we want to remove that. Confirm the changes. And then from here we could either continue the game, you could make a new profile, you could edit this current profile, or if you needed to, if it was corrupted and beyond repair, you could delete it. Here you can see the news area. They'll scroll that through, you can see what's going on. You can check out the new DLCs that they put through. Portuguese paint jobs, that would be nice. I'm of Portuguese descent, so, and ancestry, so that would be nice. So I may consider trying to get that one of these days. But everything that's going on, I mean, they do their best to keep everyone informed. It's a little after 5 o'clock now here in Idaho. I've been streaming for over an hour and a half. That was a fairly decent test on this little device. I kind of like it. I give my hands a rest because I was kind of gripping a little bit stronger than I probably needed to. So, if you guys have some questions, you want to do another short load, or you want to see something different, or actually, that's what we should probably do. Is let's see if we can find. I may have to go to Steam to look at the achievements for the game. Maybe that's where it'll show. Oh, I didn't do the quick travel back to the headquarters. So let's see what we have. There's my skills. Truck manager, driver, cargo, recruitment agencies, the bank. Let's see what damage we have. Excellent. No damage to the truck at all. At least percentage-wise. Yeah, we used it a little bit, so I could go to a service station and repair things now, but it's not showing any percentage of damage, so I'm not going to do that just yet. I usually wait till these are a longer load. You'll have like 1 or 2%, or something like that. Something you can it's actually measured. Even though I have some amounts showing here, I'm still at 0%, so I'm not gonna check anything and not gonna do any repairs. But let's see. This is the world map that they have, and you can zoom in, zoom out, see where you want to go. You right click and hold, and then you can move the map around to wherever you want it to kind of check things out. All of the areas that you see that are yellow, those are roads that I've already driven and towns I've discovered, that kind of thing. It shows you here what's been explored. I've only explored 26.06% of the map. There's Germany. Okay, all over Poland. What's Switzerland? Oh, I'm sorry, here's Poland. Okay, Czech Republic, that was up here. So, and you can, that's the maximum level of being zoomed in. Here's the United Kingdom. Now, some of the others require a DLC in order to go. Like with to get the full France map, you need the Vive la France DLC. So, and that's why I was kind of surprised I was in Italy, because I was under the impression that was a different DLC as well. But it could be just the northern portion of it, so maybe that's what it was. That's all I can think of. And if you're looking for something specific, so like let's say I had 10% damage on my truck or something like that, I could get in the map and go look around and see if I could find a service center. So, could check things out. We haven't been over here, so we don't know what's going on. This, I believe, is the service center symbol. That little green house looking deal. Oh no, that's probably a garage. I don't know. Like I say, I haven't used it very much, so. But another way to check that is, let's say we just did a drive. Oh, I think my controller battery is dying, or I may have been talking too long. Okay, so from here, if we do the map, I'm going to have to do this with, it is from the diagnostics, I believe. Oh, I don't see it here. Okay, so it must be different. That's interesting. Progress, skills, truck dealers. In American Truck Simulator, what you would do, I thought it was through the diagnostics, but maybe not. Let's see, is it job market? No, it's not job market. we just looked at the world map. So I guess it's possible that because I don't have any measurable damage on the truck, that it knows I don't need service or repair, so it's not making that option available. But normally, what I would see is when I'm in here, I thought there would be like a button down here to set GPS navigation to the nearest service center or something like that. So, but here you can go if you have multiple trucks. This is the one I have right now. If you have more than one truck, this is where they would all be listed. There'd be all kinds of detail on it and stuff. So, that's pretty much all I wanted to check out for today. Give my hands a little bit of a rest. The device, not bad. I kind of like it. I may use that a little bit more often just to get a better feel for it. You guys have any questions? Something you want to see? You want to take a drive? Do another load? I'll leave that up to you guys. Like I say, I'm ready to take a rest and put some ice on my hands. It's 5:17. I wonder, did my chat drop? Nope. So, okay, good. So I don't think I've missed any messages. But, well, we could do, let's see, is it under Garage Manager? If I remember correctly. Got the garage, and this is where you can do your economy summary on it. I only have a small single vehicle or single slot garage. Yeah, Digital Valor, it's nice. If you have access to a 3D printer, it might be something you might want to try. It's a little different. It's not as, like I say, it's not as tight. You can definitely see it's not close tolerances, but it is a bit helpful. I could see it being a little more useful when I'm doing the longer sessions, but it's still, I'm not going to be moving around too much. And the nice thing is, for me, it's thumbs are on the same level, same positioning basically across from each other, whereas with on the sticks, you know, they're different positions, different styles, so just a different way to do things. I'm actually quite impressed with it. It's, like I say, it's by no means anything perfect, but it is definitely an option for some folks, and I will continue using it. But since one of the achievements I wanted to do is use quick travel back to headquarters, and I'm in Italy, let's do a travel. You click on travel from your garage manager. It says, do you want a quick travel to selected garage? We've selected the Stuttgart, which is my home garage, so yes, let's go back. So now we're on our way, and we're back at the garage. Who's this? How about that? I wonder if he's trying to use my garage. There he goes. Was that Jürgen Flieg? Okay. Well, start her up. Oh, put it in gear. See if we can get in the garage without causing too much damage here. Had the camera set correctly. See, that's, yeah, really lagging as far as control. Or as, I guess, steering input. So, stop there. Set the parking brake. Love the way that handle works. Put it in neutral. Turn off the lights. Shut off the engine. And done. So quit, and you'll see it synchronizing with World of Trucks. So put Bear back on the screen. You could see he was in a very motivational day, we'll say. He was highly motivated that day. So let's see if maybe coming into Steam, go look at the achievements. So these are the achievements I've done previously. And you can see when it was unlocked, the date and time that I actually completed it. So the thing that's funny is they do not list it. It's not sorted by date. I'm not really sure how it's sorting, or if it's just, listing things as they come up. You would think it would either get added at the bottom or at the top, but it just seems to pop in wherever. So not sure how they categorize it. These are the other achievements that are still available. You can see some are somewhat in progress. But we wanted to, so we did the quick travel. So did it give it auto parking, quick travel, and using a rest stop? So yeah, there's the rest stop. So we did that one today. There's the Honey, I'm Home. That's using the quick travel. That's the one we just did. And then the other was for auto parking. And the friends are always here to help you use automatic parking. So it gave me all three of those. So 3 out of the 5 are fine. I was trying to, I was thinking about doing the greater than 2,000 kilometers and utilizing a boat, but I think I'll save those for another time. So, but that was a good test for the for that device. I like that. That was I'll be using that again. So but we'll need to be starting dinner here pretty soon. So we are, what are we at? 1 hour and 50 minutes, so just under 2 hours. So I think that's good enough to call it a day. Unless you folks have something else you want to see, or I don't know, questions, something. I don't really have anything else I want to do. So I'll leave that up to you. If you want to see some more of that, I'm more than willing to do another load. That would be fine. If you don't have any questions, I appreciate everyone being here. This has been fun. I'm still totally amazed that people actually want to spend time watching me play a game. That's just interesting to me. I love it. It's fantastic. Enjoy hanging out with you. But if there's nothing you guys want to see or do or try, I think we'll call it a day. Again, I'm Idaho Mooseman. Please consider following and subscribing and all that fun stuff. I am an affiliate. I am also a Humble Bundle partner. So there you'll see some links down below the screen. If you're looking for some games, by all means, or want to look at the Humble monthly subscriptions, please click the links down there. Consider using mine. I do receive like a commission off of those. So it helps me put money into the channel so I can buy games and more equipment and do all this other kind of stuff. So yeah, that's streaming for you, right? Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. Thank you, sir. Well, I hope you enjoyed your dinner. Hope you had a good time having me on in the backgrounds. So I feel like I'm going to start repeating myself here pretty soon, but take a look down below the screen. I've got a lot of stuff down there, so you can kind of read. A lot of the streams we do, I tend to make it, the 18 and up, 21 and up parental warning type of deal. So, and that's just because of the age group. I mean, there aren't too many preteens that are probably going to be interested in watching a guy my age playing games. So, but if they do, parents allow it, then I let them know that, hey, language will be used most likely sometimes. I try not to, but that doesn't mean it won't pop up. So we shall see. I do want to get to a point where I can try to do some giveaways. I have some games that I plan on doing, doing the giveaways. I'm also a humble monthly subscriber. I started that before I became a partner. So that's been a fantastic way for me to build up my gaming library. But you can see some of the games that I play. You can see my computer setup. There's all kinds of ways if you want to donate, send gifts, some ideas that I have. I've wanted to do like a PC building series where we able to do like a group purchase, get a group discount on parts, and we build a computer together online while streaming, or you guys can watch me do it. I mean, let's face it, there are plenty of other Twitch folks and YouTubers that are much more knowledgeable and experienced than I am. So, but it's something I enjoyed doing. I built my computer. It was the first one I've ever built, and I had a good time doing it, and it's working great. So I do want to continue doing it. But that is all I have. Again, I'm Idaho Mooseman. I appreciate everyone being here. Love having you folks around, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.